Hello everyone. Welcome to the podcast, where we explore in a whole new way. Let's step into the exciting world of podcasts, where each episode brings knowledge and unforgettable experiences. After 2 days apart, my wife returned to the hotel after secretly dating other men. Will I choose to forgive or seek revenge? Join me on this surprising journey. Let's dive into today's intriguing story together. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any new updates. Now, let's get started. Thank you for watching. In a vibrant urban landscape, a man named Michael reflects on the dreams he once held dear, visions of a perfect family, complete with a loving wife and children. These aspirations filled him with hope, embodying a sense of fulfillment he yearned to achieve. However, as he sits in silence, the weight of reality begins to overshadow his dreams. His wife, Lily, has recently expressed a desire to delay starting a family, and this revelation casts a long shadow over their marriage. The atmosphere in their home is thick with unspoken tension. Michael's heart aches as he considers Lily's words, which echo in his mind. Her request to postpone parenthood stirs feelings of uncertainty and apprehension. As he grapples with the implications of her decision, the essence of their relationship hangs in the balance. The once harmonious connection they shared is now fraught with conflict, leaving Michael to wonder if their dreams for the future are slipping away. Lily's insistence on postponing their plans for children strikes a chord deep within Michael. It feels as though a chasm is opening between them, threatening to consume the love and intimacy they once cherished. The visions of family gatherings filled with laughter, bedtime stories, and the joy of watching their children grow seem to fade, replaced by a sense of longing and frustration. He grapples with the idea that the future he envisioned may not materialize as he hoped. Amidst these tumultuous thoughts, Michael's mind drifts to the memories of their courtship, the passionate moments that drew them together and the promises they made to each other. Those early days were filled with dreams and excitement, where each glance and shared smile held the promise of a beautiful life. Yet now, he feels a growing distance, as if the very foundation of their love is being tested. As they navigate this challenging phase, the question lingers, can they find a way back to each other? Michael knows that love is not always easy, and relationships require effort, understanding, and compromise. Yet, the road ahead appears steep, fraught with emotional challenges that threaten to unravel the fabric of their marriage. The conflict between their desires and realities intensifies, setting the stage for a tumultuous journey ahead. With the specter of a potential future filled with disappointment looming large, Michael resolves to confront the situation head-on. He recognizes that communication is vital in addressing the growing rift between them. However, as he prepares to broach the topic with Lily, he feels a sense of dread. The thought of discussing their conflicting desires fills him with apprehension, knowing that it may lead to difficult conversations that neither of them is fully prepared to face. In this emotionally charged atmosphere, the stakes are high. Michael feels the urgency to address the issue before it spirals further out of control. The possibility of losing the future they had once envisioned together looms over him like a dark cloud. He longs for a resolution that can bring them back to a place of mutual understanding and shared dreams. Yet, the path to reconciliation seems fraught with obstacles, leaving him unsure of how to bridge the growing divide. As the days pass, Michael finds himself caught in a cycle of hope and despair. He yearns for clarity, for a way to connect with Lily on a deeper level. He reflects on the love they once shared, hoping to reignite that spark. Yet, the reality of their situation weighs heavily on him, clouding his judgment and making it difficult to see a way forward. In this moment of reflection, Michael realizes that the journey ahead will not be easy. The love he feels for Lily is intertwined with frustration and confusion. The conflict between their desires has created a barrier that feels insurmountable. Yet, deep down, he clings to the belief that love can conquer adversity. With this hope in his heart, he prepares to confront the challenges ahead, determined to find a way back to the dreams they once shared. The stage is set for a complex exploration of love, conflict, and the struggle to navigate the intricacies of a relationship. As Michael and Lily stand at a crossroads, the decisions they make will shape the course of their lives, ultimately leading them to discover whether their love can endure the trials that lie ahead. The scene shifts as Michael settles onto the couch, his eyes glued to the screen, where a Chicago Cubs game unfolds in front of him. The vibrant colors of the players' jerseys and the roar of the crowd provide a familiar comfort. He allows himself to be swept away by the excitement, momentarily forgetting the tension that has settled into his marriage. It's a pastime that once symbolized simple joys, a connection to his childhood and the carefree moments he cherished. As the game progresses, the door creaks open, and Lily enters the room. Her playful demeanor catches Michael off guard. She teases him about their plans for an upcoming weekend in Chicago, her voice light and filled with the energy he once found infectious. Yet beneath her playful words lies an unspoken tension, an undercurrent that Michael can't ignore. While he wishes to enjoy this moment, the unresolved feelings about their future together linger in the background, casting a shadow over his enthusiasm. Lily's suggestion for their weekend away resonates with a mix of excitement and unease. She proposes that they take time to have fun before diving into the responsibilities of parenthood. This notion, while appealing, sends Michael's mind racing. He grapples with her desire for independence, interpreting it as a sign that she might not be as invested in their shared dreams as he had hoped. He tries to keep his tone supportive, acknowledging her wishes while internally wrestling with his feelings of discomfort. As the game reaches a pivotal moment, Michael feels the weight of their conversation hanging in the air. He wants to connect with Lily, to understand her perspective, yet he also yearns for reassurance about their future. Their discussion shifts from playful banter to a more serious tone as they delve into their plans for the trip. The light-hearted atmosphere begins to fade, replaced by an urgency to address the underlying issues that have begun to bubble to the surface. Michael feels a knot tighten in his stomach as Lily suddenly reveals her intention to go out without him for 2 nights during their Chicago getaway. The shock of her statement hits him like a cold wave, crashing against the walls he has built around his heart. He struggles to comprehend her desire to spend that time apart, feeling blindsided by the revelation. It's as if the ground beneath him has shifted, leaving him disoriented and questioning the very foundation of their relationship. What follows is a heated argument, emotions flaring as Michael's disbelief clashes with Lily's insistence on her plans. He expresses his concerns about her intentions, feeling an unsettling mix of betrayal and anger. The conversation spirals into a confrontation that neither of them anticipated. Words are exchanged with intensity, revealing the raw emotions that have been simmering beneath the surface. Michael tries to articulate his feelings, yet his voice wavers under the weight of his pain. In the heat of the moment, Michael's heart races as he grapples with the implications of Lily's decision. It feels as though they are standing on the precipice of something irreversible, and he struggles to maintain his composure. He reflects on the dreams they had once shared, dreams that now feel fragile and precarious. The tension between them thickens, enveloping the room as both parties struggle to find common ground. Lily's insistence on her desire for independence leaves Michael reeling. He feels the walls closing in, suffocated by the thought that the woman he loves is distancing herself from their shared aspirations. It's a painful realization that ignites feelings of insecurity within him, causing him to question not only her commitment but also his own worthiness of love. The once bright future they envision together seems to flicker dimly, overshadowed by doubt and fear. As the argument escalates, the air crackles with unresolved emotions. The love they once celebrated now feels overshadowed by resentment and frustration. Michael's heart aches as he realizes that their dreams for the future hang in the balance, teetering on the edge of a precipice. The confrontation forces them to confront the reality of their relationship, and Michael can't shake the feeling that they are drifting further apart with each passing moment. The tension reaches a breaking point, and Michael finds himself at a crossroads. The weight of his emotions becomes too much to bear, and he makes the painful decision to step away from the situation. Feeling as if he's losing his grip on their shared dreams, he chooses to leave the hotel, desperate for clarity and a sense of control over his life. The decision to walk away feels both liberating and agonizing, a reflection of the turmoil that has taken root in his heart. As he steps into the cool night air, the city lights twinkle around him, yet the beauty of the moment is lost on him. Michael drives aimlessly, grappling with the whirlwind of emotions that swirl within him. The vibrant energy of the city contrasts sharply with his inner turmoil, leaving him feeling isolated and uncertain. He reflects on the love they once shared, now clouded by doubt and fear. The decision to leave marks a pivotal moment in Michael's life, a choice that sets him on a path toward rediscovery. He realizes that he must take control of his own narrative, carving out a space for himself amidst the chaos. The journey ahead is daunting, filled with unknowns, but he understands that he cannot remain a passive participant in his own life. He longs for agency, for the ability to shape his future according to his desires. In the wake of the confrontation, Michael begins to contemplate the deeper implications of their struggles. He reflects on how their families influenced their relationship, shaping their expectations and dreams. The pressures they faced from loved ones loomed large, creating a backdrop of unspoken tension that has colored their journey together. As he drives, memories flood his mind, moments of joy intertwined with the weight of obligation, love mingling with frustration. With each passing mile, Michael grapples with the emotions that have surfaced. He recalls the early days of their relationship, filled with promise and excitement. Yet now, the burden of expectations threatens to drown the joy they once shared. He longs to reclaim the vibrant connection they had, but the path forward remains shrouded in uncertainty. As he navigates the darkened streets, Michael resolves to take charge of his destiny. He understands that he must confront the pain head-on, refusing to allow the conflict to define his future. He envisions a life where he can embrace his individuality, free from the constraints that have begun to suffocate him. With a newfound sense of purpose, he embarks on a journey of self-discovery, determined to find clarity amidst the chaos. This chapter of Michael's life is one of transformation, where the rising action builds toward a crescendo of emotional intensity. The conflict between love and independence plays out against the backdrop of their relationship, forcing them both to confront their desires and fears. As the night unfolds, the stage is set for a reckoning that will ultimately shape their paths in ways they cannot yet foresee. The emotional tension between Michael and Lily escalates to a breaking point as their argument reaches a fever pitch. Michael feels the weight of betrayal settle heavily in his chest, a visceral reaction to Lily's insistence on pursuing her plans for independence during their Chicago trip. Her declaration that she wants to enjoy a weekend of fun without him feels like a knife twisting in his heart, leaving him grappling with the reality of her desires. In that moment, the foundation of their marriage seems to tremble. Michael can't help but question Lily's loyalty and commitment to their relationship. The vibrant dreams they had built together now feel like fragile glass, threatening to shatter at any moment. As he searches her eyes for any hint of affection or reassurance, all he finds is a determined resolve that both frightens and confounds him. The air crackles with tension as emotions boil over, leading to an emotional confrontation that neither had anticipated. Michael's voice rises, filled with disbelief. "How can you say that? After everything we've talked about, you want to spend our trip apart? What does that say about us?" His words spill out in a rush, a torrent of hurt and confusion that he can no longer contain. If you find it interesting, please like it. If not, please comment number 1. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this video. Lily, taken aback by his outburst, stands her ground. "I need this, Michael. I can't just jump into parenthood without knowing who I am first. I want to have some fun, to experience life outside of what we've planned." Her voice quivers, betraying the tumultuous emotions beneath her steady facade. She tries to explain her perspective, but Michael feels as though her words are drifting further from him, like leaves caught in a gust of wind. As the argument intensifies, Michael's mind races, replaying their past conversations and the promises they made. He struggles to reconcile the love he feels for Lily with the painful reality of her wishes. The connection they once shared, filled with laughter and hope, now feels strained, as if it could snap at any moment. He fights to understand her need for independence, yet it feels like a direct threat to the life they had envisioned together. With each passing moment, the atmosphere grows more charged. Michael's heart pounds in his chest as he confronts the unthinkable, the possibility that their dreams for the future might not align anymore. Do you even care about what we planned? About having a family together? His voice trembles, revealing the depth of his despair. The words hang heavy in the air, filled with an urgency that echoes through the silence that follows. Lily's response is equally charged, a mixture of frustration and hurt. Of course I care. But I can't just dive into something that feels so suffocating. You have to understand that I need to figure out who I am outside of being a wife and a mother. Her eyes flash with determination, but Michael sees the pain lurking just beneath the surface. It's as if they are both fighting to be heard, yet each feels increasingly unheard. The emotional chasm between them widens, and Michael feels as though he's standing at the edge of a precipice. The realization that their dreams may no longer be aligned leaves him feeling lost and vulnerable. He searches for the words that could bridge the divide, yet they evade him, slipping through his fingers like sand. The love he once believed would conquer all now feels like a fragile thread, fraying under the weight of their conflicting desires. As the confrontation escalates, the deep-seated emotions come to a head, culminating in a moment of raw honesty. I feel like I'm losing you, Lily. How can we build a future together if you want to run away from it? Michael's voice cracks, and for a brief moment, vulnerability washes over him, leaving him exposed in the face of their turmoil. Lily's expression softens, yet her resolve remains. I'm not trying to run away, Michael. I just need to take a step back and figure things out for myself. I want to be happy, but I can't do that if I feel trapped. Her admission resonates with Michael, stirring a sense of empathy even amid his pain. Yet, the weight of her desire for independence hangs heavily between them, a barrier that seems insurmountable. In this charged atmosphere, the emotional stakes are at their highest. Michael's heart races as he grapples with the enormity of their situation. The love they once shared, the dreams they built together, now seem precarious, hanging by a thread. He feels as if he is losing the woman he loves, and the thought terrifies him. The intensity of the moment feels like a storm brewing, ready to unleash its fury. The confrontation reaches its climax as Michael finally articulates his breaking point. I can't be a passive participant in this marriage anymore, Lily. I deserve to know that you want the same things I do. His words are laced with a desperation that echoes through the room, capturing the essence of his pain and frustration. He stands firm, unwilling to let their dreams slip away without a fight. In response, Lily's expression shifts, a mixture of sadness and understanding washing over her. I never meant to make you feel this way. I just thought we could enjoy some freedom before committing to such a huge change. The sincerity in her voice catches Michael off guard, and for a moment, he sees the struggle reflected in her eyes. Yet, the gulf between their desires remains, a chasm that feels wider than ever. As the emotional confrontation unfolds, it becomes clear that both Michael and Lily are at a crossroads. The tension that is built between them is not just about their differing views on parenthood but also about their identities and what they want from life. They stand on the brink of a decision that could alter the course of their relationship forever. Feeling overwhelmed, Michael realizes that he must act decisively. The pain of betrayal and confusion weighs heavily on his heart, urging him to reclaim his agency. I can't stay in a relationship where I don't feel valued, where our dreams don't align anymore. His voice is steadier now, a reflection of the clarity he has gained through their confrontation. With that declaration, he takes a step back, feeling the emotional gravity of the moment. He recognizes that they have both lost sight of the love that once united them, and the realization hits him like a tidal wave. He knows he cannot remain in a relationship that no longer reflects his dreams and aspirations. The path ahead is uncertain, but he understands that he must prioritize his own emotional well-being. As Michael contemplates the weight of his decision, he realizes that the emotional climax of their confrontation has laid bare the fractures in their relationship. In that moment, he understands that he cannot continue as a passive participant. The journey ahead may be painful, but he knows he must take the necessary steps to forge his own path, even if it means leaving behind the life they once envisioned together. With a heavy heart, Michael prepares to walk away from the hotel, feeling the sting of loss but also a glimmer of hope for a future he can shape on his own terms. The emotional intensity of the moment has shifted the course of their lives, and as he steps into the unknown, he carries with him the lessons learned from the confrontation, a reminder that love must be built on mutual understanding and respect, not on the sacrifices of one's own identity. Michael stands alone in the cool night air, his heart heavy with the weight of his decision. The echoes of their argument resonate in his mind as he drives away from the hotel, the vibrant city lights blurring past him. Instead of heading to the baseball game he once found solace in, he turns the car toward a new direction, one that symbolizes a fresh start and an opportunity to reclaim his identity. The road ahead feels uncertain, but the urgency to break free from the emotional turmoil propels him forward. As he navigates the familiar streets, memories flood his thoughts, moments filled with laughter, warmth, and the promise of a future he now fears may never come to fruition. The flashbacks to their early days together linger, painting a stark contrast to the emotional distance that has grown between them. Michael reflects on how they met, the way they fell in love, and the shared dreams that initially bound them. Those memories now feel bittersweet, a reminder of what was lost amidst the chaos of conflicting desires. Determined to carve out a new path, Michael makes the decision to cancel their joint finances. With each transaction, he feels a sense of liberation as he transfers his money into a separate account. It is a small but significant step toward reclaiming his independence, a gesture that reinforces his commitment to prioritizing his own well-being. He understands that the journey ahead will be challenging, but he is resolute in his choice to take control of his life. As the night wears on, Michael finds himself lost in thought, contemplating the choices that have led him to this moment. The complexities of their relationship weigh heavily on him, but he knows that he cannot dwell on the past any longer. He needs to focus on what lies ahead, an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. It is a chance to redefine his life and envision a future that aligns with his own aspirations. Michael recalls the influence of their families on their relationship, the expectations that have loomed over them like a shadow. He remembers how their parents' dreams for them often overshadowed their own, pushing them into roles they weren't entirely ready for. The realization hits him that he has spent too long trying to conform to others' expectations, neglecting his own desires in the process. He acknowledges that while family can provide support, it can also create pressure that stifles individuality. In the wake of his newfound resolve, Michael decides to seek solace with his brother, Tom. Moving in with him provides a sense of comfort and familiarity, a refuge from the emotional storm that has engulfed his life. Tom has always been a pillar of support, and Michael knows that his brother will understand the tumult of feelings swirling within him. Together, they share stories and laughter, grounding Michael in a sense of normalcy as he navigates this transition. As he settles into his new living situation, Michael embraces the freedom that comes with being single. He allows himself to explore new interests and rediscover passions that had been pushed aside during the turbulence of his relationship with Lily. With each passing day, he begins to feel more like himself, a renewed sense of energy coursing through him as he engages with life outside the confines of his marriage. During this time of self-reflection, Michael encounters Sarah, a woman who enters his life unexpectedly. Their connection sparks an instant chemistry that surprises him, igniting feelings he thought had been extinguished. As they spend time together, Michael finds himself drawn to her warmth and vibrancy. Their conversations flow effortlessly, and he begins to see the potential for a new beginning, a chance to create a relationship based on mutual respect and shared aspirations. The bond he develops with Sarah serves as a reminder that love can emerge from unexpected places. With her, he feels free to be himself, unencumbered by the pressures that had previously weighed him down. She encourages him to embrace his individuality and pursue his passions, creating an environment where both can thrive. This new relationship blossoms, gradually filling the void left by Lily. Amidst the excitement of this budding connection, Michael still grapples with the emotional remnants of his past. The memories of his time with Lily linger in the back of his mind, often surfacing at unexpected moments. He reflects on the love they once shared, but he knows that he must reconcile these feelings if he is to fully embrace the new chapter in his life. He understands that healing takes time, and he must allow himself the space to process the emotions tied to his previous relationship. As weeks turn into months, Michael continues to grow, both individually and within his relationship with Sarah. He learns to communicate openly, fostering a sense of trust and understanding between them. They share laughter, dreams, and experiences that remind him of the beauty of companionship, elements he had almost forgotten amidst the turmoil of his past. Yet, just as he begins to feel settled in this new life, fate intervenes. One day, while running errands, Michael unexpectedly runs into Lily. The encounter catches him off guard, and a flood of emotions washes over him: surprise, anxiety, and a hint of nostalgia. He hadn't anticipated seeing her again, especially after the emotional fallout of their last confrontation. The moment feels surreal, as if time has paused, allowing both to reflect on the journey they've taken since their separation. Lily approaches him cautiously, her expression a mixture of regret and uncertainty. The years have changed them both, yet the underlying emotions remain palpable. As they engage in conversation, Michael feels a sense of tension and unresolved feelings bubbling to the surface. Lily reveals that she never filed for divorce, a revelation that leaves Michael momentarily speechless. The gravity of her words settles between them, reminding him of the complexities that still linger in their relationship. As they talk, Lily expresses her remorse for the choices she made during their time together. She admits to feeling lost and overwhelmed by the pressures of expectations, both from herself and from those around her. Michael listens intently, recognizing the pain reflected in her eyes. It's a moment of vulnerability that stirs compassion within him, allowing him to see her not just as his estranged wife, but as a person who has also grappled with her own struggles. Despite the shared history and the emotional weight of their conversation, Michael is firm in his resolve to move forward. He acknowledges the lessons learned from their time together, understanding that while they once shared dreams, their paths have diverged. He emphasizes that he has embraced a new life with Sarah and their daughter, Emily, and that his priorities have shifted. In this unexpected reunion, Michael feels a sense of closure beginning to form. He recognizes that the love he once had for Lily will always hold a place in his heart, but he also understands that he cannot return to the past. The journey of healing and growth has brought him to a place of acceptance, where he can honor the memories without being defined by them. As their conversation draws to a close, Michael offers Lily words of encouragement, urging her to pursue her own happiness and find her path. He wishes her well, a gesture that symbolizes his growth and the acceptance of their new realities. The weight of unresolved feelings begins to lift, and he senses that this encounter marks a turning point in his emotional journey. In the days following their reunion, Michael reflects on the importance of forgiveness and closure. He understands that while the past may always hold significance, it does not dictate his future. He embraces the lessons learned from his relationship with Lily and channels that understanding into his connection with Sarah. This newfound perspective strengthens the bond he shares with her, allowing love to flourish in a way that feels authentic and true. As Michael moves forward, he carries the lessons from both relationships with him, recognizing that loyalty and respect are essential components of love. He finds peace in the present, grounded by the connections he has cultivated and the life he has built. The journey of self-discovery has transformed him, allowing him to embrace the beauty of new beginnings while honoring the past. In this phase of falling action, Michael emerges stronger, more self-aware, and ready to face whatever challenges lie ahead. The experiences of his past have shaped him into a man who values authenticity and emotional connection, laying the groundwork for a future filled with love, understanding, and shared dreams. As he navigates this new chapter, he holds on to the hope that the lessons of his journey will continue to guide him toward a fulfilling life, one where he can embrace both his individuality and the bonds that enrich his heart. As time unfolds, Michael settles into his new life with a renewed sense of purpose. Moving in with his brother, Tom, provided him with the stability he needed after the emotional upheaval of his marriage. In the warm embrace of familial support, he begins to carve out a space for himself, allowing the healing process to take root. The chaos of his past slowly transforms into clarity, guiding him toward a future that feels attainable and hopeful. His relationship with Sarah blossoms into something beautiful, filled with laughter and genuine connection. Together, they create a rhythm that feels natural and fulfilling. Michael finds joy in the simple moments they share, cooking together, exploring the city, and engaging in deep conversations about their dreams and aspirations. Each day spent with Sarah reinforces his belief that love can indeed be redefined, evolving into a partnership built on mutual respect and shared goals. The couple navigates the complexities of blending their lives, both savoring the journey of getting to know each other on a deeper level. Michael feels empowered as they discuss the possibility of building a family together, a topic that once filled him with apprehension. The conversations unfold naturally, with both openly sharing their hopes and desires for the future. Michael finds himself filled with excitement at the thought of parenthood, envisioning a life filled with love and laughter. Amidst this blossoming relationship, a pivotal moment arises when Michael learns that he and Sarah are expecting a child. The news sends a rush of emotions through him: joy, anticipation, and a hint of anxiety about being a father. This new chapter brings forth the realization that he has created a life filled with the love and support he had yearned for during his time with Lily. The prospect of becoming a father feels different this time, grounded in the authenticity of his connection with Sarah. Yet, even as he embraces this new reality, memories of his past with Lily occasionally surface. The emotional remnants of their relationship remind him of the lessons learned along the way. Michael reflects on the importance of loyalty and respect in relationships, understanding that these values will shape the family he is now creating. He acknowledges that the journey has not been without its challenges, but the growth he has experienced serves as a testament to his resilience. Years pass, and Michael's life continues to flourish. He and Sarah welcome their daughter, Emily, into the world, a moment that fills their hearts with unparalleled joy. The experience of becoming a father transforms him in ways he never anticipated, igniting a profound sense of purpose within him. Holding his daughter for the first time, he is overwhelmed with love and gratitude, recognizing that this is the family he had always dreamed of, a vision that had once felt so distant. As Emily grows, Michael cherishes every moment: the late-night feedings, the first steps, and the laughter that fills their home. The bond he shares with Sarah deepens, their partnership strengthened by the shared experience of parenthood. They navigate the ups and downs of family life together, finding joy in the chaos and comfort in the love they've built. Michael revels in the ordinary moments that bring extraordinary happiness, understanding that these are the threads that weave a life rich with meaning. Amidst the happiness, the unexpected happens: Lily re-enters Michael's life. Years after their last confrontation, she reaches out, seeking reconciliation. The call catches him off guard, stirring up a mix of emotions. When they finally meet, Michael finds himself faced with the woman he once loved, now carrying the weight of their shared history. Lily expresses her regret for the past, revealing that she never filed for divorce and seeking to reconnect. In this moment of unexpected reunion, Michael remains composed, though a whirlwind of emotions churns within him. He reflects on the journey he has undertaken since their separation, recognizing that while they share a history, his heart has found a new home with Sarah and Emily. Michael takes a deep breath, ready to articulate his feelings with the honesty that their past demands. He shares with Lily the profound changes in his life, the joy of being a father, the love he has cultivated with Sarah, and the lessons learned from their tumultuous relationship. Michael emphasizes that while he acknowledges the past, he has embraced a new future filled with love and happiness. He stands firm in his decision to move forward, reinforcing the notion that closure comes not only from the past but also from the new beginnings that shape the present. The conversation evolves into a poignant moment of reflection, where both Michael and Lily confront the emotional scars of their past. They share stories of their lives since parting ways, acknowledging the growth and healing that have taken place. As they discuss their journey, the atmosphere shifts, allowing room for understanding and forgiveness. Michael realizes that while their paths diverged, they both emerged stronger from the experience, and this realization fosters a sense of peace within him. With their conversation drawing to a close, Michael offers Lily words of encouragement. He urges her to pursue her own happiness and find fulfillment in her life, just as he has done. In this moment of compassion, he recognizes that their journey is not solely about their shared past but also about honoring the individuals they have become. This gesture of kindness symbolizes the healing process, allowing both to find closure without resentment. As they part ways, Michael feels a sense of liberation wash over him. The emotional ties that once bound him to Lily begin to loosen, replaced by a newfound sense of freedom. He understands that while their shared history will always hold significance, it no longer defines his present or future. The lessons he learned from their relationship serve as a reminder of the importance of loyalty, respect, and authenticity. Returning home, Michael embraces the warmth of his family. He watches Sarah interact with Emily, filled with gratitude for the love that surrounds him. Each moment spent with them solidifies the life he has built, a life rich in love, joy, and shared dreams. Michael understands that true fulfillment comes not from the past but from actively participating in the present, nurturing the bonds that uplift and support him. As he reflects on his journey, Michael recognizes the importance of resilience and growth. The experiences of his past have shaped him into a man who values authenticity and emotional connection. He finds solace in knowing that he has emerged stronger, ready to face whatever challenges lie ahead. The love he shares with Sarah and Emily anchors him, providing the foundation for a family built on understanding, respect, and shared aspirations. In the final moments of reflection, Michael understands that life is a continuous journey, one that requires adaptability and openness to change. He embraces the idea that love can evolve, transforming into something new and beautiful. The lessons from his past have equipped him with the tools to navigate the complexities of relationships, reminding him of the importance of honoring both his individuality and the bonds that enrich his life. As he watches his daughter play, laughter filling the air, Michael feels a profound sense of peace. He recognizes that the journey has shaped him, guiding him toward a future that aligns with his dreams. With Sarah by his side, he is ready to embrace the next chapter of their lives, filled with love, adventure, and the promise of new beginnings. The story that began with hope and dreams has now blossomed into a vibrant tapestry of life, woven together with the threads of love, resilience, and the beauty of family. Thank you for listening. See you in the next episode. Take care of yourself and your loved ones. Goodbye.